what is Julius Randle doing here? This is a down screen. Let's take a look. There's your screen. Julius Randle needs to get attached to his man with his arms out so Bam Adebayo can't curl. You force him out, and this player can get over the screen. Look, when you let him curl, Mitchell Robinson has no chance to get over the screen, and now he's catching this ball way too low. Okay, so Julius Randle wants Jimmy Butler to come baseline, which means a double team is going to be required. Okay, stop. So what's going on here? Like, is this player coming down because you have to help the helper right here, and Mitchell Robinson's going to the corner? If Mitchell Robinson's going to the corner, he can't gamble. This Emmanuel Quigley shot goes up. Stop. If you are Julius Randle here, don't stand and stare. Get back, okay? Same thing with Jalen Brunson. Like, this just can't happen. I mean, and Julius Randle's disappointed. Well, be disappointed during a dead ball because you just cost the Knicks points. Isaiah Hartenstein wants to be in drop coverage. You cannot let Tyler Herro turn the corner here. You've got to keep the ball in front of you. I mean, what is Jalen Brunson doing here? He's guarding this Heat player here. Why is that stopping? Look at what is going on? Are you kidding? This is a horrible switch. Stop. You got to get underneath Jimmy Butler when you switch. You do not switch over the top of the screener like this. Okay, this is total lunacy. Julius Randle, you're guarding the ball, okay? Transition. You're guarding the nearest body. It's Jimmy Butler. He has the ball. Get up. Get in a defensive stance with your feet set. What is Julius Randle doing here? Explain what's going on right now. So I guess this is a switch. So what's Mitchell Robinson doing? Why are you not level to the screener, ready to guard Jimmy Butler when he comes off the screen? Like, look at this. Are you ready to guard Jimmy Butler right now? I mean, look at that. No. Okay, Mitchell Robinson is recovered onto his man. Jalen Brunson has to have a sense of urgency in getting to the corner here. I mean, there's just no sense of urgency whatsoever. So now look, now your feet aren't set. So because your feet aren't set, this player's going to have a step on you. See, look at this step he's got. Stop. So if you were level to your man, like you should have been, you can angle this player here so the drop coverage has to come here. So when Kevin Love pops, he's popping right into a backside defender who can step up. See, the problem when there's no backside help to this part of the floor, so Julius Randle can't really drop towards the ball, so this is open. The Knicks are hedging. Jalen Brunson's got to stay over the screener here so that when this player's done hedging, he can just guard one-on-one. Jimmy Butler rolls, you have backside help right here. Julius Randle can handle these two Heat players that are 2 passes away on the other side of the court. But look what happens. You hedge. Jalen Brunson is staying with the screener as opposed to just being up and ready to guard immediately once this player recovers. So now he can't guard. If you're Jalen Brunson, you're fine right now. Your feet are set. You're in a defensive stance. Why does Jalen Brunson all of a sudden start moving his feet? Look at that. You just moved your foot upward. So now a jab step from Jimmy Butler drops your foot downward. Now you're playing off your back foot and you're toast. This is a joke. If Jalen Brunson is switching the screen, you have to switch it now. Where's Jalen Brunson going? Like, I'm sorry. Now you're going to switch? Like, what a catastrophe. You don't guard like this if you're Quentin Grimes. As Jimmy Butler cuts through, you got to stay underneath. Look at Quentin Grimes right here. This is not so because you're guarding like this, look at how we create space off of this. Stop. So look at this space now. You're not going to be able to guard Jimmy Butler coming off this handoff. Like, you're out of position. Oh, and let's mix in a gamble right there, too. Wow. You cannot start in drop coverage. Like, if you want to switch this screen, it needs to be now. Isaiah Hartenstein would need to be level to the screener now in a defensive stance with his feet set. You can't just start in drop coverage, and then Josh Hart says, I'm going to switch, actually, never mind. Well, Isaiah Hartenstein has no chance of guarding the ball like this. Come on, if you're Mitchell Robinson here, once this shot goes up, stop. You got to go find Bam Adebayo and box him out. Like, find him, box him out. Don't do that. What is Josh Hart doing? You never guard like this. You got to be seeing the ball on your man. Look at how long Josh Hart isn't seeing his man. Now he's got his back to his man. I mean, give me a break. If you're Emmanuel Quigley, you see the screen being set. So you need to be over here in backside help now because your feet have to be set. Because if a skip pass is made, you got to be able to recover, and you're only going to be able to do that if you're in a defensive stance and your feet are set. See, this is not getting in a defensive stance with your feet set. Look at Quigley. See how his feet are moving inward? You're not getting outward now. That's a joke. Okay, if you're Jalen Brunson here, you want to get up and angle Kyle Lowry this way because now Isaiah Hartenstein can stay up on the ball because if Bam Adebayo rolls this way, this player can step up and backside help. Josh Hart can be on his toes. If a skip pass is made, he needs to sprint out here. This player comes here. This player drops, okay? Because if Jimmy Butler fades this way, it doesn't matter because he's R.J. Barrett's right there. See, the problem right here is look at this. So Jimmy Butler's going to fade this way. Well, Julius Randle can't slide in here because this pass is easily able to be made right there. So Isaiah Hartenstein there's no backside help for Adebayo, and now Kyle Lowry's left open. Cannot be staring at the ball if you're Julius Randle. Look at him just staring at the ball, not seeing his man. All right? So because of that, look what happens. Now your man's got you beat because he lifted above the three-point line and you stood still. So now you can't guard one-on-one. Okay, so Julius Randle is guarding right here. Now, there's going to be a loose ball that the Heat come up with. Stop. Okay, the Heat have the ball here. So if you're Julius Randle, just get back in a defensive stance, be ready to guard here. Where is Julius Randle going right now? This is a down screen out of a baseline out of bounds. Mitchell Robinson needs to get attached to Bam Adebayo and just get his arms out so this player can't curl right off it. You force him out, and this player has time to get over the screen. I mean, look at this player's curling right off of it. There's no time. Bad switch. Stop. Why is Julius Randle underneath the screener right now? You should be right now attached to the screener, ready to guard when Tyler Herro comes off the screen. Quentin Grimes will go underneath. See, look at Julius Randle's not in a defensive stance. Look at this. He's off balance. So, if you want to be in the gaps defensively, you got to have your feet set in a defensive stance. You're not. So what does this mean? That means your feet have to take you inwards. Now you're not going to get back outward. So now look. Now you're not able to guard Tyler Herro. That means you're going to have to go flying on this pump fake. And now look. Now Julius Randle, I guess, thinks, well, I need to switch if there's a handoff. Well, there isn't a handoff. It's a mess. Again, if you're Jalen Brunson here, stop. You've got to force Jimmy Butler this way so the drop coverage is here and Julius Randle can play up on the ball. Because now I have backside help right here and right here for Bam Adebayo. See, look at this. Julius Randle's got to play back because there's zero backside help for Bam Adebayo. And it's